yourself, Eddie Mae. You gotta unmute.
Click on that.
Gotta unmute, Eddie Mae.
Click on the speaker to your
There you
left.
go.
Hi. Okay, I'm
Hello.
here.
Hey,
I see you
Glad-
still with the
glad-
weather there. I mean, yes. Okay.
Okay, we are now live on YouTube and okay, I'll turn it over to you, Elsa, to call the roll, please.
Yes, good evening, everybody. Welcome to this meeting, to this public hearing of the explanatory statement. So I'm going to call everybody's name. Belen Aqua,
Present.
member. Can you hear me?
Public. Yes. Oh, we're going
you were
in and
breaking
out.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Public member. Present. Right.
Lamomba Drew, public member.
Here.
Eddie Mae Barnes, public member.
Here.
Elliot Sherson, owner representative.
Present, but not in Hawaii, unfortunately.
Kenneth Finger,
I'm here.
representative.
I'm here.
Evelyn Santiago, public member.
Present.
Tamara Stewart, tenant representative.
Present.
So with that, we are going to, I think, Peter, you have to make an announcement?
Yes, I have to read the opening first, so I'll go ahead and do that. In response to the governor's directive to take every effort to keep New Yorkers safe and mitigate the spread of COVID-19 and pursuant to Executive Order 202-1 and its updates, the Westchester County Rent Guidelines Board will be conducting a public meeting to, among other things, certify the guideline rates of rent adjustment for housing accommodations within its jurisdiction, subject to the Emergency Tenant Protection Act of 1974, for leases commencing between October 1st, 2020 and September 30th, 2021 via teleconference. Instructions for members of the public to simultaneously listen to the meeting will have been posted to HCR's website for the Office of Rent Administration under the public hearing section prior to this meeting. This meeting will also later be transcribed and the public will have the ability to view the transcript. So that's the opening statement. I just have one thing that I want to address first. I've had a number of you reach out to me because you haven't yet received the payment for the June 2020 meetings, for which most of you have submitted the vouchers at this point. I did follow up with the higher ups at ORA, and all the vouchers that have been sent to me have been forwarded to Albany. At this point, I'm advised that none of the boards have yet been paid. It's thought that, with everything going on with the budget, as well as with limited office staff capabilities, things like that, it's taking longer than usual to process the payments, but we do expect that they'll be forthcoming shortly. So that's really all the information that I have at this point. There's nothing else any of you need to do other than if there's an outstanding voucher to get it to me. Secondly, on the vouchers, I did email everyone the copy of the voucher that needs to be filled out for this meeting. Most of you have emailed me back saying that you'll be returning it to me via mail after tonight's meeting. If that doesn't work for you and you need me to send you a paper copy with a return envelope, I'm happy to do that. But other than that, the next date for the meeting will be sometime in early 2021, but we can talk about that, I guess, later on in the meeting. So with that, Chair, I'll turn it over to you if you want to start addressing the various items in the notice for the
Yes,
agenda.
well, before I move to the review and finalize of the explanatory statement, I wanted to ask you if there's any status that you can give us on the next tenant representative.
The next tenant representative, I know that we did reach out to the county. The county's the one who actually sends it over to us for us to interview the individual that will be on the board. So we have reached out to them, advised them of the vacancy. As of this point, we haven't been sent anyone to interview, but that is something that we will be following up on. I believe that that's one of those things that has kind of been sidetracked by everything that's been going on the last few months, but I will make it a point to follow up on that and see exactly where that is in the status.
Yes, Elliot?
Question, so maybe I wasn't paying attention, I apologize. So has the Board of Legislators approved somebody for that position?
Not at this point, no.
Oh, so it's really, oh, it's got a long way to go then.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen quickly, but you know, I frankly haven't followed up with them in some time. So I don't really know. I'm sorry?
Someone nominated to the
Not-
legislature? for
Not
their
that I know of,
approval?
Elliot. But again, I haven't followed up in a few months on that, so I'll make it a point to do so and let the board know.
Okay,
Are they using a different process this time? Because usually it goes before the Board of Legislators before it comes to us, right?
Right, and that's what I'm saying. We haven't gotten to that point yet. So nobody's been sent to us yet to interview and, you know, get that whole process underway.
but us is not the board, us is not us, it's.
Right,
DOJ.
right. I'm
It's the
talking
Board of
with my,
Legislators.
right. So the agency interviews them and, you know, then there's an appointment after that.
Okay.
But, you know, Gene Anderson's resignation was submitted earlier this year. And, you know, I think that coincided with everything being shut down with the pandemic. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if there hasn't been much movement over the last few months on it.
By the way, I ran into Jean in a store in New Rochelle maybe about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and she's doing okay.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
good. Glad to
Very
hear.
good.
Yes.
Yes. Wow.
Okay, Peter, I think that we can move to the review and finalize of the explanatory statement.
Well, first, you know, there's usually 2 votes taken on these if somebody wants to make a motion to combine them, but the first one would be a certification of the guidelines is the first item on the agenda.
I move to certify.
Second,
Like me to call the roll, Chair?
Yes, please.
Okay, Elsa Rubin,
Yes.
Willeen Aqua,
Yes.
Lamont Badru,
Yes.
Eddie Mae Barnes,
Yes.
Elliot Cherson,
No.
Ken Finger,
No.
Evelyn Santiago,
yes.
and Tamara Stewart.
Yes.
Okay, so that motion passes by a vote of 6-2.
Shall we now discuss the review for dates in future meetings?
Well, first, Chair, the review and the second vote, if the board decides to do so, would be a review and finalize an adoption of the explanatory statement
Yes.
for the
Okay.
2020-2021 guideline period.
So moved?
Second.
I'm sorry, that was moved by Evelyn
Yes.
and second by Eddie Mae,
Eddie
correct?
Mae.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you want me to call the roll, Chair?
Yes, please.
Can you
Okay.
repeat the question? Sorry. Can you repeat the motion?
Oh, sure. It was a motion to finalize and adopt the explanatory statement for the 2020-2021 guideline period that was circulated to the board last week.
Okay,
Tamara Stewart,
Yes.
Evelyn Santiago,
Yes.
Ken Finger,
Ken, you're muted.
No.
Elliot Cherson,
No,
Eddie Mae Barnes,
Yes.
Lamont Badru,
Yes.
Valeen Aqua,
Yes.
and Chair Rubin.
Yes.
Okay, that motion to adopt the explanatory statement also passes by a vote of 6-2. So, Chair, I'll just, I sent you the certification language that's needed for you to countersign. So if you can,
Yes, I have it here. I'll send it to you tomorrow.
okay, great, thank you. So Chair, if you want to move on to the dates, now would be the appropriate time to do that.
Yes, we need to set up a date for January for our first meeting of the year, January 2021. So maybe we should give tentative dates.
The only thing I want to interject is that the schools are, the winter break is until January the 4th. I mean, I don't know who'll be going away, but just to keep it in mind.
And
I would
Martin
just
Luther
ask
King
that
is January 18th.
Perhaps it'd be a Monday night again.
let's not do January 21st. You know why?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
Let's inaugurate.
yes. I have to get my calendar.
So how about January 28th?
There we go.
So we'll all be the happier in morning.
This is exactly right. You can find me on the road to Canada.
28th, okay?
Okay with me.
Also, you're muted.
I had to get a calendar.
Peter, I was saying, maybe you want to send us 3 or 4 dates and we pick among ourselves
Yeah,
and
we
get
can
back to
set it
you?
up like I set up the date for this meeting, if that's
Yes.
preferable to you, to everyone
Works
else.
for me.
Please.
Okay with me.
Good.
Thank you.
I'll send that out tomorrow then.
Okay with me, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I think other business, anybody wants to bring up any issue, any?
I don't have an issue, but let me see if I'm muted. But if Jane is feeling better, maybe we could reach out to her to rejoin the board. Is it Jane? Not Jane. Yeah, Michelle.
Jean. Mhm.
Jean.
Ooh, Jean Anderson.
Yeah, Jane Anderson. If she's healthy again, maybe she would like to rejoin the board. Very good.
While she said she's feeling better, she still has 2 siblings who have a lot of health issues, and she's, you know, in addition to minding her own health, she's also trying to help with them. So I don't think that she'd be interested, because she said she has a lot on her plate. But it was good to see her, and that, you know, she's not in the hospital and she's doing somewhat better than she was before.
Good to hear.
Hmm.
Just a thought.
Can't hear you,
Last time,
Elsa.
yeah, last time I spoke to her, she told me that she has 2 sisters that are very sick and
Yeah.
that she has to
All right.
not
It was
care
just a
for
thought.
them, but she has to be pending on their
Mhm.
health.
All right, move to adjourn.
Mhm.
Second,
Yes.
Okay, this
All
meeting
right.
is adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for everything. Be
Thank you.
safe, healthy.
Okay.
Have a
See you
wonderful.
in January.
Aw.
Everybody.
Yes.
Happy
yes.
holidays to everybody.
Yes.
You as
Happy
well.
Thank
holidays.
you.
See you
Thank
as
you.
well.
And make sure everybody votes.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Get people out there to vote.
Yeah.
Yes,
somebody
yes.
Go
else,
out to
yes.
vote. Please,
Vote
please, yes.
Make those phone calls. Take care.
Vote like
Okay.
your life depends on it, right?
Yes.
Because it does.
It
I
does.
agree. We all
Yes,
agree on
it
that.
does.
Take care.
Okay.
Take care.
Okay.
Thanks,
Bye,
Peter.
everyone.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Peter.
everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you,
All right, sure
Peter.
thing.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Peter.
All right,
Okay.
thank you, everybody.
Thank
All
you.
right.